For centuries, the Grand Bazaar in Tehran has served as the traditional financial hub for the capital city, but many locals fear this cultural marketplace may be losing its importance amid the city's booming growth and development. Iran's IRIB visits the center to find out.
The Grand Old Bazaar, which is one of the historical and cultural attractions of Tehran, dates back to 1523. As a tourist, it is impossible to resist the temptation of visiting this sprawling and bustling commercial center of Tehran. Astonishing architecture, labyrinth corridors, brick arches, and traditional air outlets are some of the attractions of Bazaar, a bewildered sight for any visitor.
The history of Tehran's bazaar, judging from its architecture, dates back to Safavid era and before the invasion of the country by Mughals. At that time, Tehran was divided to 12 districts, and 2 of these districts made up the bazaar. Tehran's Grand Bazaar, in addition to supplying the goods to most of the cities and towns in Iran, also meets the needs of most neighboring countries.
We sell home appliances in Hajab Dole Souk, which is more than 500 years old. Many guilds are still active in Bazaar, but due to expansion of the mega city of Tehran, Bazaar has lost its former centrality.
In order to prevent further damages to the historical and cultural surrounding of Bazaar, the municipality has banned traffic from the nearby street, and by stone paving the area has encouraged the shoppers and visitors to walk their way to Bazaar.
Here is a corner of Bazaar where one can find almost anything he wants. But provided that you are familiar with various sectors of this huge and traditional shopping mall. People come here for purchase of commodities, but unfortunately during the recent years, rapid expansion of Tehran has left its scars on some features of this traditional and commercial nerve of the capital.
I come to here to search the market. We are manufacturer of the shaver in Korea, by the name of Dorko brand. We have gold Iran here in Tehran. Yeah, this is the first time. I'm very impressed for traditional palace and culture. Also the many different kinds of customs, and customs also very kind of the Iranian.
Although Bazaar is a commercial center, it embodies a great deal of Iranian history and culture, and those who visit this historical compound become familiar with the Iranian culture, customs, and way of life.
Abul Fazl Mohammadi, IRIB's correspondent, reporting for CNN World Report, Tehran. The word bazaar has Persian origin, and because of trade between Iranians and Portuguese, found its way to Portuguese language, and from there to French and English. Bazaar is an important commonplace in any society, and in many countries its historic structure has remained intact and is even considered as tourist attraction.
That is all for this edition of the program, but I'd like to take a moment now and thank all of you who contacted me on Facebook and Twitter. I've gotten hundreds of messages from viewers from many countries, and I appreciate your feedback, of course. Richard from the Czech Republic wrote, "I think World Report is one of the best programs on CNN." Richard, I must agree with you. And Bini from the Philippines said, "I have to commend CNN World Report for bringing together stories from all over the world, and particularly for featuring what countries are doing to save Mother Earth, so others will follow." We're certainly working towards that goal, Bini. Thank you. And Benedicta wrote from South Africa, "Great watching you doing World Report," she says. "We can learn a thing or two from you. Did you always want to be an anchor?" Well, Benedicta, I actually wanted to be a voiceover talent, a narrator of documentaries when I was young. I would imitate announcers as I was listening to them either on the radio or TV, but I never imagined I would be in front of the cameras. That came later. Well, from Kenya, Marianne asked, "Do you enjoy doing weather more than presenting World Report or anchoring?" Marianne, when I was in college, I got interested in international news. I knew I wanted to be a news anchor then. I am doing news right now on World Report, and I host news shows on CNN and Espanol as well, but I turned to weather as a matter of opportunity to cross over to English language, and I realized that it allows me to be myself, and I think it works. I had to study a lot to be able to do meteorology though, but it was worth it. Thank you all once again for your comments, and keep them coming. That's all the time we have for today, but I'll see you again next week. I'm Guillermo Arduino. Stay where you are for more news on CNN.